figured one of you guys would ask me. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I just told the guys how proud I am of them. We were 3-7-1 after the loss at North Dakota, right? And they took it to us really good there to beat us, I think 5-2. And our guys have flipped the switch and not looked back since then. We've gone 8-3 against a really, really tough schedule. That's a good team. Like, they just beat Michigan Tech 8-2. They're very good. They've got a good chance to win their league and play in an NCAA tournament. So, yeah, we're above 500 for the first time all year. And after our start, I think that says a lot about what we have in that room.
Coach, third straight Desert Hockey Classic. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think we've won 5 straight in-season tournaments, right? So now we got to move and graduate to the postseason, trophies and tournaments, and that's what the goal is. But it's a lot to be proud of to win our tournament 3 years in a row, and then you mix in the Icebreaker, you mix in Lake Placid, the Adirondack Classic that we won, and even the Hall of Fame game against North Dakota. So we've been spectacular in the in-season competitions, and when trophies are on the line, and hopefully that parlays into postseason.
You talked yesterday about the Morel line in particular, and just wanting more out of them. And how do you think they stepped up to that challenge?
Way better. I thought they were really good. They managed pucks better. They got obviously a big goal in the second period. Could have had a couple more. I thought Mo was going to score shorthanded there in the second when it trickled to the guy and hit the post. We hit a couple posts tonight we just couldn't quite extend the lead. We felt we had a lot of really good chances there in the second to go up 4-5-1 and just didn't execute. But that line was good. I thought the Whitehead line was really good. We got production out of everybody tonight. Really proud of Mello for popping that big one for us to extend the lead back to 2 in the third, and it was just a good solid team win.
Coach, that first line, we've talked so much about them. They seem like they're getting better every single night. How is that possible?
Yeah, they're just they're 3 really good players that all have a legitimate chance to play at the highest level in the world when they're done here. Yeah, I mean they're clicking, they're confident. They're moving the puck really well. Tonight maybe was like more of what you would consider an off night for them, and they were still really productive. So yeah, they've been driving it for us, and they're a handful for anybody, And so when they're driving the play and they're as talented as they are, we're going to be a handful.
You mentioned that 8-3 record past 11 games. Why do you think that changes kind of flips?
I think it's just, again, establishing an identity, establishing a standard, guys buying into roles. I mean, when you have so many new players, it's tough to get guys to accept and buy into roles from day one. And this team made a choice together that winning was more important than individual gain. And we have a lot of guys, like you look at our fourth line tonight. In the last couple games, how talented they are and how much skill they have. And you have a second-round draft pick playing on our fourth line. You have Carmello Crandell, who's going to be an unbelievable college hockey player, playing on our fourth line. Braxton Whitehead barely played at all first semester, and right now he's just so reliable and smart and good on face-offs and managing pucks like he's a junior. So we got guys buying into roles that, some nights they're getting 6 minutes and some nights they're getting 14, 15. And when you have teams from top to bottom full of players that are willing to accept what they need to do to help the team win and put the team first, you go 8-3 in the schedule that we just played.
Coach, after some line shuffling to open the season, do you feel like you've found the right mix of players top to bottom?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we still have some really good players out that we're going to get back with McGurn and Dowd for sure. Beck's probably a little longer term, unfortunately, but we expect McGurn and Dowder to be back, and they're both huge pieces for us. So we've been able to have some success here, since Duluth, with some key guys out to injury, and it says a lot about our depth. So yeah, and even tonight we lost Johnny Waldron after a second shift, so we were down to 11 forwards and had to juggle, winger on that line, and they did it really well.
Coach, to continue on the injuries, Connor Hasley went down, got a skate to the head. How's he doing?
He's fine. I was really impressed with Haz and his ability to close the door, make some big saves there. They peppered him on those power plays, and that shot total got inflated there. But he made some big saves. And what's really, I think, most impressive about his effort in the third is he let a stinker in to start. I mean, it was a stinker. and a lot of goalies would have gone the other way and gotten nervous, and there were no nerves. He settled right back in, and then he got hit in the head with a skate and got up and made even bigger saves. So it says a lot about where he's at mentally. We know how good he is, and he's playing some good hockey for us.
Coach, three different Desert Hockey Classic wins. What makes this one stand out from the rest of them?
They've all been really special. I think the first one will always be the best because we've done this pretty much every year, and it took us 6-7 years to win one. But we love winning trophies on home ice, and now the goal, like I said, is to win the bigger one, the NCHC. Whether it be Penrose Cup, whether it be the tournament trophy, and then getting the NCAA tournaments and competing for national championships. But this is a special one because we're gonna postpone this tournament for a couple years just because of scheduling conflicts that we pushed out when we joined the league. We have commitments that we need to honor with teams and different entities. And so I think it's going to take a couple of years for us to get this back and clear those out of our schedule. But it's good to three-peat before we postpone it for a couple of years.
The penalty kill was on point again tonight. For the most part, you talked about him yesterday being really good. Just what do you think you've seen in the progression of the kill?
I think your best penalty killer's got to be your goalie. And tonight he was. We made a few mistakes on it, and he made one huge save with his right pad that they had hit on the back door. But they're bought in. They're doing a great job. Dana's doing an unbelievable job with the kill. They're detailed. They spend a lot of time on it all week. They're very, very well prepared for every power play that we face. We know all their tendencies and what they're going to do, and some teams like tonight run different units, and each unit runs a different set. So you got to be prepared. It's all about pre-scouting, and Dana takes care of our PK, and he's doing a great job with it.
Coming up on the final 2 months of the season, what do you want to see from your team with a non-conference behind you?
Yeah, it's just like I said last night. It's all about stacking wins. Now we have another series at home against Miami, and it's all about trying to get 3 points every time we take the ice now for the rest of the year. And climbing up the standings so we can make sure that we get home ice in playoffs. That's the goal, and if we get back into the race, even better. So it's all about stacking wins. We got 2 down, 4 to go at home. On the 6-game homestand, so we're off to a great start.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Obviously, it's a tournament we're hosting, so obviously coming back with trophies, it's great.
Obviously it feels good to win. I think just adding the trophy onto it just makes it feel a little bit better. So it was a good weekend.
Carmel.
Two goals for you today. Just what were you saying out there on the ice?
First goal, I got to give it all to Smoy. He found me on the dot and just made a play. Shot it backhand and then went in, so I got to give the credit to him. And then second goal, just got a stick on it at the blue line and then took it empty net. Not too much to talk about there.
How did it feel to just take that momentum back with your first goal after Air Force just scored a couple minutes prior?
Obviously it feels good. Like in a game like that, they score. It's like you kind of want to stop them from gaining momentum. I think a well-timed goal there kind of gave us momentum back. So definitely good for the team's energy.
Bennett, you're a part of that top line that Coach has said is one of the best, if not the best, in the nation. What have you guys done over the past few months to really change that and really progress your game?
I think the 2 guys I'm playing with are just so talented, so smart when they have the puck, and they're fast at the same time. So I think just being out there with them, you can kind of count on where they're going to be on the ice, and that they're going to make the right play with the puck. So I think it's kind of just all 3 of us doing our part, and it's led to some success for us.
Question for both of y'all. For you, how have you seen kind of your freshman partners and newcomers as well as yourself kind of improve? And same goes for you. Have you kind of seen them grow and improve throughout the season?
I'd say for me it's nice that I got to play in a line with 2 freshmen, and I don't know, Ben, I played in the same league with him for the past 2 years, and Braxton's another Canadian guy, played the WHL. But I feel just like growing with them, like living together, going to school together, like we have a really tight bond, and it's just nice to see us continue to grow like as each game goes on, every practice. So it's been a fun journey so far.
Mm-hmm. We have we had a lot of freshmen this year, and they're really skilled players, but coming to college hockey, it's definitely an adjustment for everybody. I mean, I remember when I was a freshman, it definitely was for me. So to see the growth throughout the season, and especially, I think big things are to come in the second half for that group. It's been fun to watch, and I have full confidence it's going to keep going in the upward direction.
For you guys' last 6 series of coming against top 10 teams, how has that level of competition just allowed you to become battle tested and entering the second half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're not thinking about it too much, kind of when you're in that gauntlet, but, looking back, obviously, we're playing some great teams every weekend. And I mean, in our league, there's really no off nights, no matter who you're playing. So I think it's kind of just a game-by-game approach for us, and we're able to have some success throughout.
When you guys look back at that last stretch, is there a moment that maybe sticks out as a turning point from that portion of games?
I think getting that win at North Dakota was a big turning point for us. I don't know what we were sitting at before that game, but that was a big momentum swing for us going into that building. It's hard to play in, and kind of getting that win kind of gave us a lot of momentum and gave us the confidence to know we can beat anybody in any atmosphere.
Bennett, 2 goals on the power play tonight for the team. What allowed that unit to work tonight?
Yeah, we got one on both units. I think both units were kind of clicking. When I have Lucius and Potter on both flanks and they can rip the pill, it's kind of just give it to the good players a little bit. And then that other unit, they were doing well as well. They were moving it well. They had good net front. Their entries look good, so just hoping to continue that in the future.
Question for both of you guys. 4 of the last 5 games have seen 5+ goals scored. What's been the change in the locker room and on the practice ice?
I think it's just sticking to how we play. I think we're managing the puck a lot better in these last couple weeks. And that's kind of helped our forecheck out a lot, and it's opened up the game for us in many ways.
Last year in mid-November was kind of that turning point with that sweep up at Denver that allowed you guys to go on that hot streak. How do you kind of replicate that going into the second half of the season?
I think it's just continued belief that we can beat anybody. Taking it game by game, like I said before. We know our best hockey's in front of us, and we have a great schedule coming up in front of us. So just continue to take it game by game, and all of us have a lot of belief in this group.
Coach talked about 5 straight in-season tournament wins. How can you guys translate that to the rest of the season and into the postseason tournaments as well?
I'd say just look at tonight, watch the video, and just try to replicate. Obviously tonight and last night, I think we did a lot of things well, and I think one of the big things for us was defensively. I think over the year or during the year so far, we've kind of struggled with letting in goals. I think this weekend we really locked it in defensively, and that helped translate to goals for. So I think if we do that, then it'll help us have success.
Question for you two both. What's it like playing in front of a guy like Hasley?
It's awesome. Both our goalers are studs back there. I think everybody has confidence no matter who's in net. But Hasley specifically, he's been on fire recently. We know if we're going to make a mistake, we got a solid guy back there, and he allows us to play a lot more free.
One more.
All right.